On the wind, her wings flashing in the sun. On a journey just begun, she flies on. And in the passage of her flight, her song rings out through the night, full of laughter, full of light. She flies on. Silent waters rocking on a morning of our birth, like an empty cradle waiting to be filled. And from the heart of God the Spirit moved upon the earth, like a mother breathing life into her child.
Many were the dreamers whose eyes were given sight when the Spirit filled their dreams with life and form. Deserts turned to gardens, broken hearts found new delight, and then down the ages still she flew on. She comes sailing on the wind, her wings flashing in the sun. On a journey just begun, she flies on. And in the passage of her flight, her song rings out through the night, full of laughter, full of light. She flies on. Long after the deep darkness that fell upon the earth, after dawn returned in flame of rising sun, Spirit touched the earth again. Again her wings unfurled, bringing life in wind and fire as she flew on. She comes sailing on the wind, her wings flashing in the sun. On a journey just begun, she flies on. And in the passage of her flight, her song rings out through the night, full of laughter, full of light. She flies on, full of laughter, full of light. She flies on. And that is in honor of today being International Women's Day. Okay, we'll open our service now with Holy, Holy Way. If you want to stand and join us, Kathy will do the call and I will lead you in the response. Let me love in a holy, Kathy's mic. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way. Okay, this one I'm leading the call. I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I've got a new day.
I've got a new day
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I've got a new day.
I've got a new day
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I've got a new day.
I've got a new day
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. Okay, bring it down. I love the silence.
I've got a silence
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I love the silence.
I love the silence
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I love the silence.
I love the silence
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. Tag it. And my whole wide world for singing out.
Good morning. It's nice to see each of you. Thank you for getting up this morning. On time. I mean, we'll all get up, right? So let us gather in this time and space. In the beginning was the one presence of the undivided and unmanifest pure spirit of life, light, and love. In its generosity, it shared itself, its consciousness, and its love in the visible form of creation. We acknowledge this presence within us and as us, the creative energy of the divine feminine and masculine, expressing in all our giftedness and creativity. We acknowledge this in our companion Mother Earth and all sentient beings. This universal presence in everything we call the Christ. And we light this candle as a visible reminder of the Christ presence expressing in, as, and through us in this present moment now. Good morning. If you don't know me, I'm Sherry Humes, and I am the service assistant for this morning, but pretty sure most of you know me. Anyway, our guest, well, we don't have a guest speaker. Well, he's always a welcome guest, right? A welcome person. Our minister, Frank, yeah. I'm just reading, I guess. Anyway. I'll get on the shtick here in a minute.
Hi, Reverend Frank here. Today we're going to continue a sort of a theme for the month. It's the power of strength is one of our 12 abilities, our 12 powers, our 12 attributes of the human consciousness, of the human person. But the question is, strength for what? What do we want to keep our focus on? And part of it today, as you'll look up here, it's we've been playing with this idea, this profound idea of polarities, and it's kind of one of those things we say. You may say this sometimes too. It's like, well, you know how two things can be true at the same time, and there's a power in that. Not only a power of the two things, but a power of two things being true at the same time. Where that leads us into a new way of being. So that's what we're going to explore today.
Thank you. Let's see, we have a marvelous music team today. We have Kathy and Marcia helping us with music. Yay. And gosh, when I walked in, Helen and Stefan were practicing, and I was like, oh, wow. This is going to be, I'm lucky I get to be here today and meet you, and thank you. You're in for a treat, really. They're fabulous, yeah. So they'll be doing our music. Let's see. So let's do our mission statement today. And this is in your bulletin as well. We are a joyful, evolving spiritual community committed to spiritual practices, compassionate service, and living on purpose. As a joyful, evolving spiritual conscious community, Unity of Bellingham celebrates the uniqueness in everyone, recognizing and welcoming each person as a beautiful expression of the One. Being inclusive and non-discriminatory, we acknowledge the divine presence in all life and honor their positive presence, blessing, and contribution in this world. So, is there anybody here for the first time? I think I see familiar friends, but so since we are in with familiar friends, let's take a moment maybe to say hi to one another and good morning. Okay, awesome. Hi, John. With his coffee, yeah, that's okay. That's good. Everybody say hi, John. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I'm. I have to give kudos to Rosemary too, because she's, when I arrived, she was busy transporting things into the small chapel, and then she's been busy cutting things up. And so maybe give her an extra thank you today, because, that's dedication, that's service, and that's awesome. I think she's in the kitchen right now. Rosemary, if you're in the kitchen, could you poke your head out? There she is. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So next we're going to say our 5 principles together. So go ahead and get comfy. And we're going to start to feel that presence of Spirit move through us. So join me in saying the 5 principles. God is good and present in all things. The holiness of God is my own true nature. I am creating my experiences by how I think, feel, and believe. My thinking is guided by my daily affirmative prayers and affirmative actions. I follow and am sustained by these values every way, every day. So it is. And now let us begin our time of reflection and meditation with music.
Teach me to pray. My heart is open wide. My cares are swept away. O Spirit, teach me to pray. Teach me to live in grace. Wash my grief away. Here in this silent space, O Spirit, teach me to live in grace. Teach me to live to love unconditionally. Let my heart open up, O Spirit, teach me to love. Lift me up in the light, in your holy
Teach us to pray. As we join together, remember that when more than two are gathered, we know we are heard. It's powerful in prayer. So we each have someone, something, or ourselves we wish for improvement in health, relationship, or a reimagined outcome. We ask Spirit Divine to guide our thoughts, feelings, and actively shift our awareness from outward appearances to the unlimited potential of Source Divine. We each have personal prayers, whispered or voiced. At times it feels inspiring to refresh a prayer that feels especially important, and here are prompts that we can use. I'm willing to see the highest vision and greatest good for. You get to fill in the blank. God provides me with all the resources I need to overcome. With Spirit Divine at my side, I reimagine this situation. Together in unity, we affirm all is possible if we ask. And in faith, we know our words and desires meld and co-create with Spirit Divine. If there's someone that you would like to pray for, feel the power of saying their name aloud and know that it is heard.
I'd like to pray for my son, Philip.
And all the names that we have said, know that they're held in light and love. And so it is. Now we move seamlessly into a time of soft, restorative meditation. Begin with your breath. Breathe in deep. Release slowly. Repeat this at your own pace. Breathe in deep. Breathe out slow. As you breathe, your body relaxes and your mind quiets. Each cell of your body responds and is revitalized. In the quiet, reflect on this thought. My inner spiritual strength will see me through any perceived challenge. You might bask in this knowing, or you might not know how to manage a current challenge. If so, go ahead and take this opportunity to embrace humility. Each is a perfect outcome. The strength of knowing, the grace of humility. We don't know much about humility. Humility is a friend that recognizes our own limitations and allows for resilience and growth. If you say to yourself, I don't know is allowing room for strength, resilience, and growth. In the next few minutes of quiet, reflect on the idea that it's okay not to know the answer to everything. and that it's okay to allow the meekness of humility to open the door for strength and feel revitalized. So in the quiet, go back to your breath and listen for the still, small voice.
Don't you see my light on? Don't you see my light on? Says the one who comes. Do not be afraid of the universe, for I have made this dream your home.
I'm going to start at the end, like Columbo. There's a polarity that I want to offer for your consideration. And one side of this polarity is total confidence, like confidence, right? The other side of the polarity is humility. Humility. We sat in the energy of humility. And there's an energy of humility that says, well, I really can't be sure. And maybe I don't know. And, maybe you're right. I can't be sure I really know exactly how this is going to go. And at the same time, I state it, I believe it, this is true, I go forward with confidence, this is how it is, I express it, amen, so it is. Can they both be true? Okay, so unravel this. Because this is, for me, I find this to be so incredibly helpful. By the way, there's that great Taoist philosopher, Winnie the Pooh, A.A. Milne, it's just great stuff. And there's a piece in the Return to Pooh Corner where Eeyore and Winnie are looking at the river, and the river says up to them, don't be in a hurry. We're all getting there someday. Don't be in a hurry. We're all getting there someday. We're all moving in the same direction. There's a little creek over here that's bubbling and in a hurry and making lots of noise, and there's another creek over here. One of my favorite walks when I was in Nevada City, it was a bit of a ways, but I would drive up there sometime and do this long, muddy walk, and it's when the confluence of the South Fork of the Yuba and the North Fork and Middle Forks, they had already come together. They would meet, and it was down in this canyon, and it would be these two, and they'd all be bubbling, and then you'd see the Yuba River, South Fork, North Fork, Middle Fork, all have come together, and here we go. Now we're joined. Now we're moving in the same direction. Yeah, and then it's deep, and it's calm. And sometimes we take the North Fork and the South Fork, and they need to come together, this idea of the yin-yangs. This is very meta, I got to tell you, because I was kind of busy this weekend. Oh, what I was busy with, by the way, I did go see the Interfaith concert. Deborah was there, and Kathy, and Marcia, and Beth, and who else? Marie, she's not here, and Kate, they're not here. And powerful. What a great song. And I sat there in that Interfaith concert. And Coral and I were sitting there. It was Diane. We were there together, and wow. And how beautiful and how much synergy and kind of how different some of the music choices were. As you can imagine, if you know the whole spectrum of the interfaith world. And I was caught up in not only how song after song after piece, how beautiful it was, and yet how different it was. And I was like, yeah, this is the North Fork and the Middle Fork and the South. This is all these forks coming together to create this one sort of voice for something really magnificent. Yeah. And then we were at, by the way, just an announcement. If you know Linda Conroy at Still Point, she made her transition a week ago. And we were at a little memorial for her, candlelight memorial for her yesterday. If you know Linda, great friends of us. Our board did a retreat, and we did it out at Still Point. Just great friends, great place. Still there. I mean, we just miss Linda. So, you're here, Linda, I know. She sat here one time, I was doing a talk, and she raised her hand. Like, yes. Yes, Linda? And she interrupted. She goes, what about this? I'm like, we don't usually raise our hand in the middle of the talk, but, Linda would. And you can, too. It's fine. But Linda would do that, yeah. So we bless her on her journey. We know her presence and her love is still with us, yeah. So anyhow, I was doing that yesterday, and I got in late last night and went, oh, yeah, talk. And here's what's meta about it. In feeling these polarities actually led me I was in a polarity of developing this talk. I went, well, this is very the talk's about what I'm feeling as I'm making the talk. I found this quote, and I said, I got to go with that quote. And here it is. It's a guy named Reinhold Niebuhr, who was really popular in the 19th century theologian. Many of you know him? Maybe you've heard of him, yeah. Reinhold says, nothing that's worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. I got to get over here in one of these polarities. Here's Reinhold. Nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be transformed by hope. Yeah. Now I have to find, I'm going to pause. Reinhold, really? Because there's a unity part of me going, it's here in present moment time. I believe it. I claim it. I know it. It's manifesting. I can stand in the truth of what's ready to come and claim it now is true. It's happening. Blessed, amen. Reinhold says, yeah, nothing worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. And I don't know if that makes me mad or makes me comfortable. Now, maybe you have a sense of it. Both? Therefore, we must be transformed by hope. Reinhold says, nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. The river. Don't be in a hurry. We're all getting there someday. And maybe allow for time for some things to unfold. Maybe know that what we do is manifesting in the time it takes. And that we may not know for sure. We may not witness that, that's what happened. Maybe can we trust in faith that what we're doing and we are aligned with the way of goodness, the way of truth, the way of beauty, that it will take its time, it will manifest. So we're transformed by faith. Nothing we do, I love this one, however virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Yeah, we need to move together. Therefore, we're transformed by love. It's community that we do it. No virtuous act is quite as virtuous from the standpoint of our friend or foe. But I'm right. I don't think so. No virtuous act is quite as virtuous from the standpoint of our friend or foe as it is from our own standpoint. Therefore, we must be transformed by the final form of love, which is forgiveness. Boy, it's such a beautiful, I feel like, prayer for humility. We go forward, but I don't know if this is going to work. I know I can't do it alone. I know I meant it for the good, but I can't be sure that indeed is what's going to happen. So then later, last night, I'm going back to a favorite little piece. It's by Emmett Fox. You might know him as a deep New Thought thinker. Divine Science. He did a talk at Unity Village in 1930, 1940, it was somewhere in there. Can't remember the date exactly. And in this talk, he talked about transforming the world by the mind. And at those days, they always said mind and thought. I think we know now what they were getting at was there is that of us which I might call soul or being or presence. And these were 20th century people trying to align spirituality and Christianity with modernity. So they were trying to use words that could bring science and spirituality together. They landed on ideas like thought, which, if that works, great. It works for me, but also soul works for me, and heart and presence. And there is that of us, he says, that we align ourselves in the full presence, and we align with that thought, with that soul, with that presence. And not only align with it in an idea phase of our minds, of our thinking function, but when we feel it fully, really can put our emotional energy into it and claim it, then we can manifest it. This is a basic new thought thing. New thought. See, that's where it comes from. We can put a new thought and we can transform the world. And so a prayer of Emmett Fox, a prayer of unity, pick a thing, health, prosperity, relationship, whatever it might be. country, world, peace. Peace. I see peace. I envision peace. I am peace. The energy of peace is the truth of who I am and the truth of who we are. This is an eternal energy that is claimed by the divine, peace that brings forth people and energies into harmony. That is love. The energies of harmony come together in love, and I claim it, I see it, I know it's true, I can feel it in my heart that the divine will is for peace, is for love, is for cooperation, coordination, it's for enhancing all people and bringing out the good. This is peace. I claim it, the truth, it is now, it is present, not later, it's now present. Peace is the nature of our being. This is a prayer. We release this prayer, peace now. And then Reinhold saying, well, it might take a while. You don't know for sure. You stand in the energy and things will turn out as they will. And over here in Unity it's going, well, it's now. Which one is it? Yes. Yes. Which one is it? This morning I had a panic. I got up at 6:30 and I went down and I said, I am doing this quote by Reinhold Niebuhr. I know that guy. What do I know about him? So I looked it up and I read his history and then I went like, oh, that guy. I can't quote Reinhold Niebuhr at a Unity service. It's kind of a funny thing. You can look up, we can play with this later. This idea of Reinhold who's in this world of like realism. This is happening in the world. Deal with it. What is this way of dealing with it? And in Unity or New Thought, we live from the inside out. I live and I start from the place of consciousness, and this is eternal, and this is infinite, and this is the divine truth. And then I express that in the world as the best I can at this moment. We speak this way. I speak this way. This is our class. All the classes, this is how we speak. But the realist is like, here's a world where we have to work it out for justice and peace and integrity, and we're going to work out the world in the world. Reinhold Niebuhr did another prayer dealing with reality in the world. And I'm going to say this prayer like in a Unity way. You might recognize it. This is Reinhold Niebuhr. I value the integrity of serenity. I am serene. I accept the things, I allow things I cannot change. And I am in the energy of courage. I am courageous. And I change the things that I can. And I am in the energy of wisdom. I am wisdom and understanding. I know the difference. You know that prayer? Yeah. That's Reinhold Niebuhr too. Not claiming a truth, not affirming anything, just saying, here's my reality as I experience it. And I will just accept in some humility and in some courage, and in humility and in some courage, here's this polarity again, what can happen and how I can show up. And I, as a person, as a theologian, as a minister, I am way over here. And I look at Reinhold and go, but he's right. That's a good prayer. Dang it. But it's okay. Do you feel that? Do you feel these energies and how they can feel so different? And you can write an encyclopedia on the difference between idealism and realism, and we'll save that for another day. Explore at your own joy. And go down that rabbit hole. And all what they call the antecedents, all the founders of New Thought, when you go through so many of the key people, the key teachers that we've drawn from, if you even start Eric Butterworth or Ed Rabel or the Fillmores or Emerson or Meister Eckhart, people look back and go, Johannes Hegel, the whole, where we get polarities from, right? He's an idealist. All these people in this sort of philosophical thread, It's like, that's how we get there. But so here's what's meta about it, right? This morning I'm thinking of polarities, and I realize as I'm getting ready for the talk, I'm caught in a polarity, and here it is. This live from the inside out, and claim truth, or start with the world as we see it, and work it out with virtuous actions. Which one? Yes. And this is the way of it. Here's the interesting thing. There's a story in Genesis in the Hebrew scripture, and it's chapter 11. It's just like 2 little paragraphs. It's such a small story. But it's so potent, and it goes like this. The people, it was after the time of the flood. That's another good metaphysical story. But they come together, and everybody was the same. Now, I never figured out, by the way, everybody was wiped out in the flood, and yet here's all these people working things. Anyhow, there they are. It's not history, right? It's a story. So they all speak the same language. And they decide, we're going to get to heaven, and we know how to do it. We're just going to build a tower, and we're going to get there. And it was in this town called Babel, and we're in between these 2 major rivers. Metaphysical hint. Between 2 major rivers. You see where this is going. And they all spoke the same language. And they thought it's too much, it's a lot of work to make this with stone. So they made it with brick. They built bricks, and they used a mortar, and they started building this. And then apparently God looks down and says, oh, you think you're going to get to heaven? I don't think, God doesn't say this is what I'm saying. I don't think it works that way. So what happens is God comes down and gives them all sorts of new languages. And now they can't communicate with each other, and they all go their separate way, and the Tower of Babel never gets built. So what's going on? Just simple little, that's it, that's the story. But in metaphysics, what we would say is, or here's one way of looking at it, that our language is our thoughts and consciousness. Our thoughts and consciousness. And in this story, the divine energy says, if you think you can just think about it one way, because everybody speaks the same language, and then think you can figure it out on your own, build it with bricks, it's not going to work. So you need multiple languages, multiple perspectives, multiple ways you can hold things in consciousness. The interfaith music, multiple theologies, multiple musical styles, multiple cultural realities. And if you like, food, multiple kinds of restaurants with all sorts of good food. Yeah. The Tower of Babel says you got to have the multiple. And then in the multiple, stop having the hubris to think you can build your way up to heaven. It's going to take a little bit more interaction and playing in the polarities and bringing in these different ways. There's been I bring in a lot of unity teachers, but every now and then we introduce something else or bring in something else, and people say, yeah, I don't know, Frank, I didn't really like that one. It's like, good. I mean, this is the stuff that kind of teases out and pushes and pulls us against each other. So we can stand with confidence in what we know and what we teach and the way it is, and a bit of humility to say, what else can I learn? Yeah, what else can I learn? So here's let me get this final quote here. So here's by the way, I bring this up now. I tend not to speak. If you want the news of the day, we all have lots of radio and you can go to your sources and all that. But typically what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do, what I think is fair to do, is can we give in a spiritual place tools and principles where we can think about what's going on in our world, what's going on all around us as Americans, as people in the city, in the country. And hopefully these tools of saying, we're sitting in these polarities, what's the next way? I know that it's really easy to get caught in one extreme of listening to certain news feeds where everybody's telling me the same thing about one issue of the day. You could pick what's going on in Iran, for an example. And maybe you have found you could probably listen for hours on people talking about the same things, and I love to be informed, I do. But sometimes isn't there other things going on in the world? It's Earth Care Sunday, and I always like to stop and give some good news. So here's Frank's Earth Care Sunday good news flash, because we want to balance things a little bit. There's a couple companies, they've now made these little triangle pavers. They're of recycled plastic, and they put like this little flywheel technology underneath. And they build sidewalks out of these. And every time you step on one, it creates about 5 watts of energy. Just a trickle. In DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C., they have built a huge pavement and sidewalk. Thousands of people walk up and down this pavement, DuPont Circle, going to the Capitol, going to the, all over. It's just a major thoroughfare in D.C. Do you know where it is? You guys been there, DuPont Circle? And it's a big place. It's surrounded by lights. The lights are up all night. And they create these pavers just from people walking to and from, all the tourists, all people going to work. The whole place is lit up right now, 6 hours a night. The first 6 hours of all the lights for the entire thing are powered by the energy of people walking on this sidewalk. Just from walking on the sidewalk. Let's do some good news sometimes. Because despite the energy of people who are creating things in this world that say, how can we create new ways of being destructive? And all the new technologies for being destructive. At the same time, there's a lot going on for people saying, how do we build a new world, a bright future, a future that we want to live with, a future we can see? Sometimes I just want to sit in the energy of stop saying, what am I against, but what can we be for? What can we say with confidence we are for? What can we say with confidence that I see a world powered by all sorts of beautiful technologies that interface and interconnect with the way human beings live to create a green possibility that's clean and that's quiet, and it doesn't create carbon or pollution or methane pollution. It doesn't create climate change, that allows for new interactions and balance in the ecosystem. How can I create sidewalks I can walk on and rail lines that run on electricity that's powered by the solar panels sitting between the railroad tracks? How do we create, what can we do to envision? And strength says, the power of strength says, we need to sit in this energy and affirm and be confident about the possibilities that we can do to create on that side, this thing. And at the same time, have a little humility and go, well, we don't know everything, and we're still trying to figure it out. And sometimes even the best technologies, the best practices have unintended consequences. We know this sometimes happens, but still we can stand in confidence and say, what new and beautiful and things that align with truth and beauty and harmony and goodness, what can we imagine? So here's where I want to end it. And I'm speaking to you, I'm really speaking to me too. To stand in this energy, here's the polarity I invite you into. Confidence, state truth, unity principle, live from the inside out, go to our hearts. See what we can imagine for the beauty and the good and the truth of the universe, and then have the confidence that we can express that, and it can outpicture. We know what we see, what we perceive can outpicture. The problem is we sometimes see and perceive, and we go, "I'm going to claim that I want a green polka dotted Volkswagen," and then we get it, and we go, "What do I want with this?" There's got to be a way we align what we want and state it and affirm it and create it in a way that's aligned with the virtue of what's unfolding in our hearts, aligned with spirit, and going, yeah, okay, that's a nice thing, but what is ours to create in the world to transform the world for the good, for the beautiful, for the true, for the just, for the compassionate? What is ours to do? And I can sleep at night also knowing, yeah, maybe I don't even get it. And it's okay. I can live in that balance, give myself a break, and get busy the next morning. Give myself, it's okay, do we know? Can we be absolutely sure? We're doing our best. We can have a little humility about that. And if I'm wrong, we can seek forgiveness. Say, I tried, I didn't see that unintended consequences. Yikes. Sorry about your toes I stepped on. But what can we do with confidence to move forward? And can we do it in a place that aligns with value, with good news? I'm personally getting exhausted of getting angry about what I don't want. And I really want to get aligned. And this is my challenge. Strength, the power of strength. We can call forward the power of strength to say, I'm going to stay aligned with the good news and what the good is that I want to express in life. Can we do that? Doesn't that sound a lot more fun than dealing with the bad news? There's too much of it. Let's align ourselves. I mean, we have to be naive of what's going on, but let's align ourselves with the good news. Somebody came up with a way to power a whole center by stepping on bricks, little plastic brick. I mean, this is what our minds can do. This is what our heart and souls can do. Let's do that. And whatever it is, and we're all not engineers, but whatever world, whatever thing we're involved with, music and art and quilting and writing and teaching and meeting with people and being with kids and building houses, writing books, whatever it is, all these things we're doing, let's do that and stay on that good news with confidence and humility. Get a break and have some confidence. Yeah? Okay, good polarity. We can do this. Yeah, so it is. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I was going to say, the older I get, the less I know. I just need a bigger toolbox or a more organized one. I'm not sure. So now is our time of giving. And so if you want to take your offering in your hand as our ushers come forward, we know that abundance is our divine inheritance. Giving is our gift of love and appreciation. We always appreciate your generosity and support of this ministry that we're creating together. This includes each of you with us in person as well as those online. As you take your offering to your heart, affirm quietly to yourself, I give freely and joyfully, for God is my source, and I have abundance in all areas of my life. And then let's say together our offertory blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So it is.
This is for that sidewalk Frank mentioned.
Don't you see my light on? Don't you see my light on? Says the one who comes. Don't you see my light on? Don't
I love how embodied that is. I'm going to bless these gifts in the same way. And now we bless these gifts with, with so much enthusiasm. And we send them forth to do the good work of this ministry, Unity of Bellingham. And it goes into the city, it goes into the world, and unity worldwide, this new movement that's combined and growing and sharing and expanding throughout the world. We bless it. These gifts support all that, and it supports peace in our planet, and it supports new and just fertile ideas, fecund ideas that can go forward and transform our planet. Let them do that. They do. And so it is. That's my Helen way of doing the gift. Announcements. So, Earth Care. If we're the Earth Care team, we're meeting today, and we're going to plan our April. We're going to plan for the Earth Care event that's coming up, and because we need to get a flyer, we need to get out, we need to start advertising. But we know is we're going to have a few movies, and we're going to build birdhouses, and probably have
reenactment of the exact same H.G. Wells.
Reenactment H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds.
Yeah, this is our 5th one in the last year, so it's going to be really fun.
It is. And I work late, so I came through the day, and they're going, and now a commercial from Does Soap, and then all they're like, wait, breaking news. What is that? And somebody was here in the organ going, ooh. I was like, oh, what's going on?
The Martians actually, they thought they landed, and that's why everybody was freaking out.
Freaking out just listening to you guys practice this is really good. Yeah, it's March, it's Friday night. I think it's $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a deal. Come on out Friday night. Is it about an hour or what? I don't know.
It's an hour long.
Yeah, about an hour, so that'll be fun. And then also, this is fun. Many of you know Lisa Almond Baldwin, she was here, and she was living in town. She's a traveling minister, writer, speaker, and she was in Bellingham for months. She came here most Sundays. She spoke one time. She did a class for us. And she's going to be in Mexico while we do this. And so it's Zoom. And she said, well, I don't know. I mean, I love Unity of Bellingham. I spend so much good time there, but I don't know I'm going to do it at the other churches. We're like, well, why don't you do this as a 3 Unity Church combined class? So here's the option. And there'll be information. We're getting the flyers up, and they'll be on the wall. But look for it in your bulletin. But if you want to go, it's going to be Unity Associ, which is big Unity right outside of Dallas, Unity of San Francisco, and Unity of Bellingham. The 3 unities together, she's offering these 3 unities. So if you take the class online, you come and you'll be sort of sharing and learning all this with Unity friends from around the country. So look for that on the bulletin board. And then Helga's chaplain today. Thank you, Helga. Did you have an announcement, Rosemary? Oh, what? Oh, yes, please. Rosemary had an announcement. I did remember that. Sort of.
Well, we were going to have a person come from the Bellingham Senior Activities Center Association and beyond to come here and do a presentation. And he was so kind to let me know that they're having a whole presentation 4 Sundays. 4 Fridays. There are 4 different main senior centers throughout our county. And so each Friday, starting on March 20th, they're having this huge event to where they have all these resources available. There's attorneys, there's anything you want to know about aging, they're going to be there. And they have, if there's anything you need to sign up for, they have all the applications right there for you to sign up for anything. They have the resources for you to know, just questions for you to know what you can do, or if you have someone in your life that you need extra information for. This is what it is. And I have packets if anybody wants these. The senior center has the most amazing information. I was just blown away. A lot of you may already know all of this, but this is for all of us who didn't. And including, I don't know Kathy, do you do a program with the senior center?
Well, we do sing several of them every,
Well, there's on one of the days, there's a radio show, there's a Sherlock Holmes radio show that's 2 Fridays in March. And I thought, wow, that would be really fun. And they have variety shows, they have Irish dancing, they have karaoke, they have classes, like one is Exploring Your True Self, and all the information about long-term care, how to be, if you're eligible. They have things about respite care and all the, everything, all the answers to how you access your resources, estate planning. It is just a wealth of information. So if any of you want one of these booklets, I have them available. This is at the Bellingham Senior Activity Center in Bellingham, in Ferndale, in Blaine, and in Linden. And in this has all the dates, starting on the 20th. There's 4 consecutive Fridays, 1 at each location. And then I have ordered some of these booklets for any of you that probably already know about some of these, but I have these. And there's one other thing I want to mention, that, you know, the adage of we put our oxygen mask on first so we can help others. Well, for our Unity family here, if you or if you know someone who needs extra help with food or anything for their life, please call the office and let us know. Because before we give out to the food bank, we want to give out to you. So please let us know if there is a I don't want to say need, you need some extra help. So please don't hesitate to do that, because we would love to be able to help you. Thank you very much. Enjoy your afternoon.
Okay, we have another song. Please stand and join us. Go out and shine. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Step out and take a chance. Walk the talk, join the dance. Relax, enjoy the ride. Let kindness be your guide. You gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. One voice, one hand, one heart. Wanna change, make a start. We're one big family. What's good for you is good for me. You gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine.
I have been given a directive by Frank. God above, right? That would even be more fantastic if I'd said that. But no, this is something we're going to do. So I want you to get revved up just a little bit. Just like stamp your feet and shake your arms. We're going to do the prayer of protection like nobody's business this morning. Okay? So. Okay, all right. Okay, go, Frank, go. Oh, no, okay. Okay. The light of God surrounds us. The
love of God enfolds us.
The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is.
What are we singing?
I choose love.
I choose love. Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present. Let love be present. It's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One loving family. One loving family is sharing one son. I choose love. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Is this be the one? I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Okay,
Hello, hello, hello. I just have one more announcement. There's a plethora of food. If you want a to-go bag to take home, let me know. But please join and eat up.
thirsty.